Marjorie Taylor Greene is out. Wait, what? Out on what? All right, Marjorie Taylor Greene is resigning. Anyway, let's get to Marjorie Taylor Greene. Breaking news. Marjorie Taylor Greene says she's resigning from Congress effective January 5th, 2026. This is an interesting turn of events, one that I did not foresee at all, as a matter of fact. Let's take a look at her video.
Hi, everyone. I've always represented the common American man and woman as a member of the House of Representatives, which is why I've always been despised in Washington, D.C., and just never fit in. Americans are used by the political industrial complex of both political parties, election cycle after election cycle, in order to elect whichever side can convince Americans to hate the other side more. And the results are always the same. No matter which way the political pendulum swings, Republican or Democrat, nothing ever gets better for the common American man or woman. The debt goes higher, corporate and global interests remain Washington's sweethearts, American jobs continue to be replaced, whether it's by illegal labor or legal labor by visas or just shipped overseas. Small businesses continue to be swallowed by big corporations.
Is she like medicated? Yeah. Marjorie Taylor Greene did that. I started taking mood stabilizers and realized I no longer have to be on. I no longer can be on Stan Twitter. MTG's. I started taking mood stabilizers post. She's low key locked in. Oh God. Do you think she had a stroke and got a reverse John Fetterman? Yeah, she got on SSRIs and realized she was just realized that all this like Trump standing was actually a byproduct of her mental health complications. Yeah, she got unfettered. I'm Marjorie Taylor Greene, and after a tragic, life-changing incident at the CrossFit factory that I like to work out at, I have realized that the countryside surrounds the cities and that revolution can only come at the barrel of a gun. The People's Back movement cannot come from either bourgeois party. After all, this is a dictatorship of the bourgeoisie. And what we must do in order to unlock the true potential of the working class around the globe is to turn this into a dictatorship of the proletariat. I have sworn my life to the cause of emancipatory movements. I have sworn my life to emancipation for the global proletariat. And also I have found the light of Allah.
Americans' hard-earned tax dollars always fund foreign wars, foreign aid, and foreign interest, and the spending power of the dollar continues to decline. The average American family can no longer survive on a single breadwinner's income, as both parents have to work in order to simply survive. And today, many in my children's generation feel hopeless for their future and don't think they will ever realize the American dream. And that breaks my heart.
I am no longer blinded by electoralism and the social fascists. I have realized that the true movement is to build a vanguard, a revolutionary vanguard on the countryside and go on a long march, the longest of marches.
I ran for Congress in 2020 and have fought every single day believing that Make America Great.
She wants to go lay down with a Kong full of peanut butter in season 1 of DOC starting Billy Ray Cyrus on the PAX channel. You go, girl. That's my funny. That's my favorite M-HUD bit, that Marjorie Taylor Greene likes to chomp on some Kong with peanut butter. Like one of those ultra tough dog chew toys.
Great again.
I don't think she's blinked once is what you're saying. It's because she is. It's because she's a titan, dude. That's what it is. Marjorie Taylor Greene went from 400K net worth to 21 million net worth, and she is now cashing out.
America first should mean America first and only Americans first, with no other foreign country ever being attached to America first in our halls of government. Standing up for American women who...
I don't understand why, like, I still don't get why she's resigning, though, you know? Like, I don't get why she's resigning. This doesn't make sense. Something tells me we haven't seen the last of Tater. No, of course not. But even then, it just doesn't make sense. Is she getting blackmailed because of her recent disagreements with Trump and Epstein? I don't fucking know. She gets into it later. She doesn't want to win her primary and then defend Trump in the midterms when Dems impeach him. She wants to save herself from an AIPAC primary. No, she's safe. She is safe. There is no world where Donald Trump could even undermine Marjorie Taylor Greene in her district. I'm fairly certain she's safe. And if anything, she's more of a threat to Trump in power when she's in that seat, winning elections, resigning instead of just retiring. LMFAO trying to fuck them over. I still don't understand why. I think she's more consequential. If she wants to shit on the Republican Party, she can still do so. I will say this, okay? At least from my own personal experience and from people who I've talked to that are running for office or are in positions of power, or even like media figures in general, Israel will make your life a living fucking hell if you are outwardly and overtly anti-Israel. Like, it's not even a question. There is only one group of influence peddlers that have more motion and more intensity and more investment in making your life a living hell until the end of time. And it is absolutely the Hosberists. They do not operate with with the same level of intensity as like other interest groups. You can be a fucking anti-big oil guy. You can be a climate change guy. You can be anti-billionaire. They will come after you for sure, right? If you are those things, but never to the same level of fervor. I have never experienced anything like this in my 12-year career as a political commentator on the internet. Like, the amount of shit that I've gotten from virtually every front. And it's never just about Israel either. Like, just like with, Jamal Bowman or Cory Bush, right? When the lobby came after them, they didn't actually do it on the boundaries of like their position on Israel. They did it on whatever their area of weakness was, or whatever the most like successful avenue of attack was. They just presented them as being against the Democratic Party and the Democratic primary, that kind of stuff. Like, it's achievable. You can defeat it. You can certainly defeat it, but you will have to deal with a metric ton of unimaginable shit forever. So it could possibly be that. I don't know. Maybe she couldn't fucking deal with the heat. I'm just surprised though. But it's not. It's not. I'm being super real about this. I have never experienced, personally, I've never experienced like I've had haters when I had 35 people watching me, right? I've had haters when I was like not even remotely relevant working at the Young Turks. But nothing compares to this level of animosity. So it could very well be her just waving the fucking flag because she just couldn't deal with it. Here you go, King. Hao Peking, Mingxi Jialing Guan. Saying you don't want to be there and then running to go back to DC seems like a dumb move. I mean, she's not the smartest person, let's be real. But like, I don't know. I just think she's a shark that folded as soon as she got a fraction of the hate that she has sent towards people like Ilhan. That could be the case. This also doesn't do anything really to shift the House majority either. I'm actually kind of confused by this. I mean, she did make her bag. She did get the bag. She greatly boosted her profile. She greatly boosted her coffers through her incredible stock trading, as is the case with all of these fucking demons, right? Filing deadline March 6, 2026 for the governor's race. That's the only real political move. Maybe she wants to do podcasting. That could also be another thing. That is a real pivot. Like, a lot of these guys do just want to become media figures. I don't know.
Even for a single day. It has been unfair and wrong, not only to me, but especially to my family. But it's been wrong to my district as well.
She's not winning Georgia governor, especially not. I mean, I guess maybe she like tries to whip up. Maybe she tries to whip up the anti-Trump momentum while still keeping like big bits and pieces of the MAGA base. I don't know, but I don't think any Democrat in Georgia is going to vote for Marjorie Taylor Greene over like a Democrat for governor.
Too much self-respect and dignity. I love my family way too much, and I do not want my sweet district to have to endure a hurtful and hateful primary against me by the president that we all fought for, only to fight and win my election while Republicans will likely lose the midterms, and in turn be expected to defend the president against impeachment after he hatefully dumped tens of millions of dollars against me and tried to destroy me. It's all so absurd and completely unserious. I refuse to be a battered wife, hoping it all goes away and gets better. If I am cast aside by the president and the MAGA political machine and replaced by neocons,
what the fuck?
big pharma, big tech, military-industrial war complex, foreign leaders, and the elite donor class that can never, ever relate to real Americans, then many common Americans have been cast aside and replaced as well. There is no plan to save the world or a 4D chess game being played.
Plan to save the world is a QAnon dog whistle. She put in an also subtle nod shading the QAnon mindset at the end of her letter. It feels like ages ago that Marjorie Taylor Greene was the first Q-adjacent congressperson elected. If I'm cast aside by MAGA and replaced by neocons, big pharma, big tech, there is no plan to save the world or insane 4D chess game being played. Wait, so she's a disillusioned QAnon wine mom? Where she's like, when I first joined Congress, I thought Q was real. I thought there was an elite Jewish pedophilic cabal and that Donald Trump was the only man to tackle it. Now I realize he is a part of the elite Jewish pedophilic cabal, and I do not believe that he has a plan to save the world. So she is a real believer. This goes along, I guess this kind of goes along with the assessment that I made initially, that like Marjorie Taylor Greene is not as much as a grifter as she is like a real believer. Like, I thought that was well established. No, I mean, I said I can't tell if she's like, I can't tell if this pivot that she's going through right now is a calculated move for a Senate run, or if this is like a real believer going to the Capitol and realizing that, like, no, there is no actual deep state, or rather, what she perceived as the deep state pedophilic cabal is actually absolutely something that Donald Trump is playing ball with, you know? I don't know. I haven't found myself this fucking confused by the actions of a politician in a long time.